Alright, welcome back to Date Everything. It is the next morning, we're on Friday. We have met 13 different dateables. So we're gonna try to find a few more today. Last time I wanted to come back and talk to Teddy, but I want to do it in the evening because he tells stories supposedly in the evening. Let's see. Go ahead and put on my glasses and see if Rumors has anything new. Daisuke and Reggie. Apparently I gotta get turned down for that one. All over the kitchen. Is Daisuke the dishwasher or the dishes? I don't know. But there's only one there, so that means we can play a little bit. Because there's, I have 5 things, and I want to use one on Teddy tonight. And then there's one on Daisuke, and we do need to talk to Drysdale? So there's 3. So I got 2 I can play with. Let's see, can we find somebody interesting? There's this. And whatever that was. Can I actually interact with that? Oh, I can. It's not the drawer. Okay. There's a toilet. There's that. There's the tub. There's a duck. Oof. Is there anybody else in the closet I want to talk to? No. There's TV. I keep getting hit. It's toolbox. There's also the shadow guy. Could talk to him again. Is he gonna be in the same spot? Yeah. So Daisuke is supposed to be stuff in the kitchen. It's a coffee machine. Ooh. Okay, I'll go back upstairs. I want to start with the little treasure chest on the thing, and then maybe the coffee machine as our 2 new ones. Oh, that was my bedroom. I can just go in this way. I'm dumb. I want to start with this little thing. Not you. You want this.
An armored warrior of some kind stands before you, a massive sack of loot slung over his shoulder. He greets you cheerfully, something about his smile and tone reminding you of your own customer service voice at work.
Hey there! I'm Michael Transaction.
Great. Okay.
But you can call me Mikey. Congratulations! Thanks for your purchase of the Date Everything Luxurious
part of the
Edition.
DLC.
Your purchase gives you exclusive access to new features never seen in the game before.
So far, not a whole lot.
Exclusive access to the fantastic red shirt.
Okay.
Exclusive access to the art book.
Oh.
Exclusive access to the soundtrack.
Also not bad.
Exclusive access to phone backgrounds.
That's where that came from. Okay.
Exclusive access to Lucinda Lavish. And most importantly, exclusive access to me and my store, baby.
Store? We'll go with friends.
Likey.
I don't really like him, but if he's got a store,
Unlocking access to me means that you gain access to the Date Everything loot box!
Oh.
Each day, you can pull me up to 5 times for my extreme bonus armor!
Huh?
This armor is so powerful that it can raise your spec stats, meaning that you can blaze past huge portions of this game on your path to 100% completion!
But I don't want to blaze past it. I want to get to know everyone.
Then you'll love pulling for my armor regardless! It's fun! You can pull for my common boots of true presence. They have a high chance of being pulled. Or you can pull for my epic gauntlets of stardom. They have a small chance of being pulled. Or you can pull for my legendary cuirass of unwavering magnetism. This extremely rare piece of cosmetics has a tiny chance of being pulled. But it does exist! Trust me, I'm regulated by several gaming boards. You don't have to. I'll do all the trusting for both of us. It costs a mere 8 brundles for each pull.
Brundle.
Brundles are a special kind of currency that you have exclusive access to.
Haven't heard of it yet.
Good question. In order to get your hands on some brundles, you have to spend money. You get 5 money per day. Save up for big pulls.
Okay.
You're asking those thinker-type questions. I love it. And I always have a great explanation. Oh, well, you said money with no capitalization. That's totally different from money with the capitalization. You have very little money. But just by being at your home, Valdivian pays out its employees 5 money per day as a way of saying thank. Yeah, that. Come by when you've saved up enough money and pull me, baby!
Where do I check that? Oh, I don't want to talk to you. Increasing stats, family time, delayed variable responses, and he dislikes Stacy. Okay. I guess.
Valdutiantites! Yo, yo! It's your boy, David Most! Coming to you live from the best virgin mojito bar ever! Like, this stuff for real is legit so good! I've had like 12, and I feel amazing! Can't believe there's not any alcohol in it! JH19! Hey, did you guys see how dope that presentation was? We rocked that! Like, people keep saying we're at dire financial straps and need urgent restructuring. Even my dad was like, you're gonna get smoked by your top competitor, Bitewave. Dead ass. And I'm like, okay, Dad, if you like Bitewave so much, why don't you marry them? But does Bitewave have a contract with the U.S. government? No. I just want to say I love you guys, but not Franklin. Don't love or miss Franklin at all. You hear me, Franklin? Night-night, nerds.
How in the hell did he get drunk off a virgin mojito bar? I bet you the bartender was like, this guy's annoying, and slipped some alcohol into his virgin mojitos. Alright. Alright, Daisuke. Get rejected, okay. So that's one. What was the other one I wanted to talk to? I already forgot. Or did I pick one? I don't know if I picked one yet. dryer, dishes, and Teddy. Apparently I can date the clock. Okay, so there's... Are those separate things? Because there's like the whole fridge and then there's... Whoa, game glitch there for a second. Little chicken timer. I want that.
A burly chef stands in your kitchen, looking at you expectantly as he stirs a saucepot. Despite his intimidating stature, there's warmth in the depths of his dark eyes.
Oh, is that my stove?
You must be my new sous chef. I'm Stefan.
Oh, so the little chicken's my stove. Okay, that's fine.
Are you ready for prep?
Oh, I bet the oven mitts part of it too.
Stefan regards you in silence for a few long moments.
Sorry.
Then why are you here?
Try to talk to the chicken.
An adorable chicken-shaped timer
Yeah.
slides into the conversation, settling on Stefan's shoulder.
You're right, Mr. Cluckles. I could stand to be nicer.
I mean, I was here to talk to Mr. Cluckles.
He takes a deep breath, steadying himself, then points dramatically at you.
You, what are you doing in my kitchen? This is my kitchen. You must have me confused for someone who thinks this kind of thing is funny. I'm busy. I've got a whole lot of folks to feed, and unless you are here to help, I need you to step out of... Wait. Do you smell that? Yet you possess a nose, do you not? I make do with my hood. Yes, I'm preheated. I know. Thank you, Mr. Cluckles. Always keeping me on track. Like some humans who come in my kitchen just to distract me. That little chicken timer offers more help than you can imagine. He understands the type of establishment I'm trying to run around here. Only a human who doesn't understand cooking would ask me that. Cooking is life! It's not just food, it's your soul. Maybe one day you'll understand that. Until then, I'm wasting heat standing around here talking to you. Well, of course they do. And they didn't know a crate from a grape, so I couldn't give a damn about what they say. Go on, shoot. Okay, Mr. Cluckles, all prep should be done in 7.5 minutes. Start the timer. And go!
Okay. This cord again? Stefan. Insincerity, cuisine care, and high standards. Oh, he's got a lot. Ooh. Oh! I can do that one when I do Teddy, maybe.
Based on how plastered David was in his last most mail, he must have finally discovered the prototype is missing. He'll sober up soon, though. And when he does, he'll stop at nothing to ensure its retrieval. If he fails, he'll be at the mercy of some very powerful people. He'll never allow that.
So apologies for the weird noise. My cat was scratching their scratch pad.
I guess it's imperative that we trust each other. And I've been asking you to trust me without being fully transparent. I know all this because I created the Dateviators.
Oh.
There's no time for that. Anyway, I can't talk now. I'm stealing coffee shop Wi-Fi, and the barista finally noticed I'm only ordering tap water. Remember, under no circumstance allow David to know you possess the prototype.
Cool. Alright, so now Daisuke. If I pull that out. Can I pull it out, please? Okay, apparently not. What about over here? I think this is Daisuke.
A tall, statuesque man stands with his back turned to you, surveying the dishes, your dishes, on the table in front of him. He's so absorbed in them that he doesn't seem to notice you. The man doesn't move. As you walk around to get a better look, you can see that he's quite handsome, and still entirely uninterested in speaking to you. The man's head swivels to look at you quite suddenly.
Yes? Keep away from the dishes. They are priceless. Then you understand my concern. I am Daisuke. Daisuke Dishware. And you are interrupting inventory. Yes. Once a week I take inventory of the dishes. If one is cracked or chipped, I repair it. If one is beyond repair, I retire it. And when new dishes arrive, I add them to the collection. It is a job, yes. The most important one in the house. Now please leave me to it.
You decide not to bother him any further, but just as you're walking away,
Look out!
your foot catches on a strange bulge in the flooring, and before you know it, you're going down. But you don't hit the floor. You hit hard muscle instead. Daisuke has heroically put himself between you and the dishes. You're now face to face, and chest to chest, on the ground.
Forget about me. Are the dishes all right? Good.
You climb to your feet, surveying the table. No damage that you can see.
I think I've chipped. I must repair myself, lest my injuries become worse. Please leave now, before you do any more damage.
It's not like I meant to.
You may not have intended it, but the damage remains. Please go.
Sorry, Daisuke, jeez. Alright, dryer mat.
An acrobat in bright orange evaluates you with a smirk. His hair is streaked with grey, and there's a twinkle in his eyes that tells you this guy is definitely going to keep you on your toes.
Well, hello there, new face. I may be quite excited to meet you. Yes. I have a voluptuous suspicion that may be the emotion I'm experiencing. Yes. Well, how can I know for sure? You might turn out to be fabulously interesting, in which case, yes, I am thrilled. Pass the champagne. Or you might, in reality, be a dud, a wet blanket, a bore. And if that happens, and I've already committed to excitement, I'd look like a bit of a moron now, wouldn't I? Can't, shan't, won't. Dignity is key. So, tell me, am I excited? Or am I already sorry I asked? And keep in mind, when I'm disappointed, my finely toned trapezii tend to flare unexpectedly.
Yeah, right.
Naturally, as an energetic equilibrist, I must keep my body in tip-top shape. I can see that, you do not make that a priority.
Hey.
You hate the tireless pursuit of physical excellence?
My job does that for me.
Ha, indeed. I am an enthusiast for anything that challenges all sides of my glorious vessel. Jerub, I cannot even begin to tell you, but I am nothing if not inventive, fearless, indefatigable. Ha, devilishly so. I haven't given up hope that I'll yet be able to craft a perfect metabolic masterpiece. Gasp! I've had a sudden flash that I should feel excited, but I am not sure why. Explain yourself, brain! Oh, no, wait, I figured it out. Oh, that's more points for me. Huzzah! Would you, my new lovely acquaintance, like to help me create the perfect challenge for my body and mind? Would you help me invent a tango for the triceps, a conga for the core, a quick step for the quadriceps?
I guess.
Awesome, yes, as incapable of inspiring awe, just like my obliques, yes? Yes. Oh, my cherub, why be humble when you can be hot?
Hot.
Oh, lighten up. W's need love too. Away we go! Obliques. I know. I can lie down with Florence, grasp Titus by her intimidating epaulettes, and Russian twist her for 3 sets of 20.
I have no idea who Florence or Titus are.
What do you think? Florence, the floor.
Oh.
You haven't met Florence? Ah. She and Mare Celia are my 2 favorite dishy divas. We get together, a little Lambrusco, raise a little hell. She hates working out, but I'm absolutely sure she'll support me. Oh, I made another joke. That one wasn't even intentional. I'm amazing. What do you think? Titus! The detergent! If you think I'm dramatic. What do you think? Oh, Cherub, you're right. I didn't even think of that. So, you've met her then? She might not appreciate being included in my sweat sesh, but Twisted... Let's just say she has some dark and deeply held feelings.
Does she now?
Yes, darling, yes! Lead into that feeling. God, a little healthy fear is better than a brand new lint filter. But you shall conquer it. I must say, Watching you be so bold is bringing up the most daring idea for me. I'm wondering if you would do me a favor. There will be almost no muscular exertion at all. Okay, there is a little bit, but you won't break a sweat, I promise. Call Washford for me. No, just with your voice. Just vibrate those glorious pipes of yours and call out the name. Washford. Just wait a moment. He should be here. It appears your pipes are not glorious enough to traverse the great distance that still persists between us. You'll have to use your feet. Not as glorious, slightly floppy really, but hopefully effective. Have at it!
Huh. Anyway, it's time to go talk to Teddy. I want to hear a story.
Oh, this one. This is the Biggie Buddy. It's a good one. The Great Constructing of Beaver Proudtail.
Who?
It was very early in the morning, one cold and foggy day, a very long time ago. Young Beaver Proudtail was walking quietly and efficiently through the dugout tunnels of his den, his trusty stick tucked confidently under one arm. It was at this time every morning that the young beaver made his rounds, through the whole den where his colony lived, and then up and out the riverbank, where the world he knew, the world he vigilantly protected, met the strangeness of outside. His large tail balanced him expertly as he climbed the long entrance tunnel to the surface, occasionally using his dignified stick in an undignified manner to scramble up the pathway. As he heaved himself out onto the bank of the river, Beaver's attentiveness grew even more acute. It was dangerous to be outside alone. The Great War with the colony across the river had been going on for as long as he could remember, and a fair bit of time beyond that. It seemed like there had always been the war. He couldn't remember any outright battles or even any scrappy skirmishes, but they were definitely at war. He was sure of it. For a moment, he almost asked himself what the war was even about. But he forgot to finish the question. He was very young, after all, and what did it matter? The colony was on the other side of the river, and beavers didn't even cross rivers. He smartly tucked his stick back under his arm and began his patrol. So many steps this way, a scrutinizing scan, and so many steps back. But today, something was different. On the other bank of the river, through the fog, he heard the distinctive sounds of battle. "On guard, ye scum-footed knave," the voice cried. "Defy me at your peril." The sounds of the wood clanging against wood echoed through the fog. Hey-ya! Pow! Bing, bang, boom! Thank you. Who goes there? Shouted Beaver, his heart in his little throat. As an answer, he heard a young and high-pitched yelp. Ah! My name is Builder. Hi? Hi. It was all Beaver could manage. He was talking to another creature, a stranger, and a stranger from across the river at that. How many times had the Colony Council, the Denizen, warned him about the dangers of this? It was strictly against the rules. And Beaver had always followed the rules. Hi! The voice came careening back across the water. What's your name? Beaver heaved a deep breath. Whoever this builder was Beaver was not going to be shown less brave than he. I'm Beaver. Beaver Proudtail. Well, hello, Beaver Patton. Builder Jumpfoot's my name. I'm playing at war. Want to join me? I most certainly do not, cried Beaver. Playing at war? War is serious business, not for playing. My colony is in a war right now, and I'm going to be a general when I grow up. I'm going to win that war. You'll see. Oh, gosh, sighed Builder. I sure hope you do. My colony is in a war too, and I'm so tired of it. That's why I made it a game. Games are so much less boring than warring all the time. The pieces began rapidly whirling around in Beaver's mind. Builder's colony. He's at war too. Right across the river. He realized he was talking to a beaver from the colony across the river, his sworn enemy since birth. Just then, the wind blew a gentle clearing in the fog, and the two young beavers saw each other for the first time. They could have been twins. Bright black eyes, thick tails, strong sticks, embellished with their colony colors. Builder's face broke into a broad grin. You look just like me! Scoffed Beaver. I'd say you look just like me. Builder laughed. The two regarded each other in amazement for another moment. It was the first time either of them had seen a denizen from the other colony. Builder leaned down and hefted up a perfect pebble from the riverside. Not too big, not too small. He tossed it up. With perfect timing, he swung his stick easily, and Beaver heard it crack as it met the pebble in midair and sent it winging across the water. Instinctively, Beaver reached out and caught it in his paw. Now he was accepting contraband? What would his parents say? But, upon inspection, the pebble was quite beautiful. It had a single bold red stripe around it, and it was wet from the riverside mud. His young mind decided that he would keep it. He would keep it a secret, of course, and that was all right. The denizen didn't have to know everything. The clearing and the fog began to fill with thickened air. He looked up, suddenly anxious to lose his new friend. Friend? Huh. How quickly that had happened. And there Builder was, smiling and waving. Maybe we'll play together again soon, he offered. Beaver gripped the pebble and nodded. Yes. Yes, maybe. One day. And then Builder was lost. Beaver finished his patrol and took his new experience, his pebble, and his smartly tucked stick back down to the colony. How you doing, buddy? Need a break? Many seasons had passed since that morning when Beaver Proudtail, all grown up, marched through the tunnels of his colony toward his audience with the denizen. Today was the day he'd been anticipating his whole life. Today, he would be made an under-general of the colony, and he'd finally have the chance to present his machine. See, the machine he envisioned was a daring one. He was prepared for pushback and doubt from the council. The Longest, in particular. The Longest had been the leader of the denizens for most of his life, and she was not always interested in things new or unfamiliar. Beaver's machine was both. But he believed in it, and he was determined to persevere. He rapped on the denizen chamber door. Knock, knock. Enter! He took a deep breath and pushed. My goodness, Beaver, sighed the Longest, brows knitted. This machine is quite an undertaking, and you won't even tell us what it does. Yes, ma'am, Beaver nodded. It must be kept a secret, for now, but I promise it will conclusively end this war. The longest considered. Normally, I would say no. Unfamiliar can be dangerous, and outright new, well. She stroked her silver-gray whiskers. The other council members watched her reverently. But we have all seen the construction beginning on the other side of the river. We have no way of knowing what they're up to, and it would be irresponsible of us to take no action at all. They're doing something. We must do something too. Deep murmurs of assent rippled around the small stump table. And we trust Beaver. He is our newest under-general, after all. She winked in his direction. If he believes his machine will truly and finally tip the balance of the Great War in our favor. She paused. The silence was agonizing. Beaver kept his eyes fixed on the wall just behind her head, patient. His paw unconsciously turned and returned a small pebble in his pocket, caressing along the line of a single great red stripe. Then permission is granted. Beaver let go the breath he had been holding. Whew. Begin construction as soon as you are able, Under-General. And good luck. She smiled warmly. But the burden of her long years of leadership showed through her sagging cheeks. We will be watching. Beaver smartly untucked and retucked his stick, slapped his tail once against the packed ground in assent. Yes, ma'am. Longest. I'll begin right away. He turned on his heel and marched out of the chamber. It was the first day of summer. It was going to be a long and exciting season. At first, the build crews the Longest had placed under his command were reticent. What are we building? They would complain. What does it do? When Beaver said nothing and admonished them to follow instructions, their eyes flickered nervously to the building across the river. Maybe it's something to help us fish the river, Corinth Blue Eye speculated. Did you hear? Denny Strongpaw almost got swept away yesterday. And his whole crew. He did? But Denny's the strongest fisher we have. Shelby Tunneler sighed. Ah, this river. It's so fast. Yes, yes, retorted maddened Sharptooth. But fishing will not win us the war. We must focus on the war. And the others agreed and went back to their building. Sometimes the Longest would come to check on the machine, casting her critical eye over every joint and pillar. Most often, she went back below with hardly a word to Beaver, appraising, wearing her doubt like a shawl. But as the summer season progressed, the mood began to shift. Crews would show up to their duties early. They smiled more. They stood up straighter when Beaver came by them or looked to them for progress. The machine, whatever it was taking shape, and its scale was impressive. It looked angry. It looked like the great weapon they all hoped and prayed it was. The crews began comparing their machine to the thing on the other side of the river. They even began trading barbs and joked with the beavers working on the other side. They pushed and prodded about who would finish their project first. Ours is a ship to go to the sky, and from there, we'll drop stars on you, and we'll win the war. Ha! Would come the reply. Ours is a wooden dragon, who lives under the water, who can take us safely across this speeding river, and we'll come upon you unexpectedly, and we'll win the war. Days were marked now by hard work, and the sounds of challenge ricocheting across the water. Beaver, said the Longest as she held onto his arm one day late into the summer sun, I don't need to tell you. The whole colony speaks of nothing but your machine. They are all so proud of you. Beaver nodded solemnly. Thank you, ma'am. But the season draws on. You must finish before the rains come. And then you'll have to finally tell us what this is that you've created. Beaver's paw found the lucky pebble in his pocket. Yes, ma'am. We will be done. And I will test it, and you will watch. You'll see the destruction of our enemy. The longest squeezed his arm affectionately, and together they looked out over the setting sun and the water. How you doing, buddy? Need a break? And then the day came. The crew stood around the great machine, eyeing with wonder the marvel that they had built. A few beaver folk noticed how similar theirs looked to the one across the river. But that was okay, they reasoned. They had been built facing each other after all. Beaver Proudtail strode up to the front of his machine. With his well-worn stick and his powerful bearing, he cut quite a figure. Corinth Blue Eye and Shelby Tunneler stood just behind him, awaiting their orders. All right, Corinth. Beaver turned to face them. Do you have the rope? Yes, sir. Corinth turned to Shelby, who produced the end of a long length of woven rope from a basket in the base of the machine. Time to get me up there, then. With the end of the rope tied around his waist, Beaver climbed up to what looked like a large square of woven netting, pulled tightly back from its center by a thick cable. The cable was held by 4 whole crews of beaver folk, straining against the resistance of the net. The longest stood back at a safe distance, her shawl wrapped tightly around her shoulders to ward off the early autumn chill. Beaver settled himself right in the middle of the netting, at the last moment shaking his head in sudden memory. Here, he said to Shelby, and handed her his precious stick. I'll be back for this. Back? Queried Shelby. Ready, crews! Shouted Beaver. Ready, Under General! Came the chorused reply. And loose! At their cue, the crews simultaneously released their hold on the cabling, and the netting rocketed forward, launching Beaver Proudtail out into the air. Great river! They cried in consternation and shock. What? Where is he gone? Is he all right? What have we done? The confusion was so great that not even the longest could restore order. Minutes passed before another shape came sailing over the river from the other side, to plop safely and squarely into the center of the net. It was Beaver. He had the same square head, and the same rope wrapped securely around his waist. Good Lord! What a ride! That's the most fun I've had in weeks, said the shape in the net. He began to disentangle himself and stand up. And it wasn't Beaver after all. The royal of the crews was instant and a bit frightening. Who is this? Who are you? They cried, and the longest shouted at the top of her lungs, Detain the stranger! The crews pulled him down from the net, and the stranger never stopped smiling, greeting them warmly, even patting some of the beaver folk on the back. He looked just like Beaver. But Beaver never smiled like that. Beaver hardly smiled at all, come to think of it. I can understand your confusion, said the stranger genially. Beaver and I looked so much alike, even when we were kids. My name is Builder. Builder Jumpfoot. When no reply or greeting was forthcoming, Builder went on. I'm from... Oh,
Sorry.
The silence was absolute. Across the river? How was that possible? Was he a weapon? Where was Beaver? How were they ever to get him back? Builder just smiled, absolutely at his ease, seemingly pleased as punch to be among all these new friends. And into this silence sailed the figure of Beaver, a new rope tied around his waist. There were now 3 lines of thick rope across the river, Beaver landed expertly in the center of the net, untied his waist rope, and climbed down. You are Builder? Beaver reached out his paw to the stranger. And you could only be Beaver, the stranger exclaimed, gripping that paw warmly with his own. I am Builder indeed, and it has been the dream of my life to finally meet you like this, in the daylight, on the same soil. Mine as well, my friend. Beaver, for the first time in his life, allowed himself a great, eye-crinkling smile. I almost can't believe it worked. Now, wait just a minute, trilled the longest, making her slow path down to the machine. What on Riverbank is happening here? We are at war, Beaver. And Builder, too. You both should know better. Beaver, you promised us that your machine would win the war, and here you have brought the enemy you promised to destroy right to the mouth of our colony tunnel. Beaver turned to the longest with an open face. Yes, ma'am, I did. I believe you'll agree, though, that I have won the war. We have all won the war. Because the war is over. The longest stared. The machines that we have built will allow us to become not two colonies at war, but a single colony, united. The machines are designed to dam this river, ma'am, offered Builder. I believe you have the same dangers with fishing and swimming that we do. That you have never crossed it? The crews cackled at the absurdity of ever crossing this raging river. We have no need to fight the river now, you see, Builder continued. We sail above it. Just as the single pebble did long ago, whispered Beaver. Builder smiled. We have already carried 3 great ropes from side to side between us, and it will be short work to have a whole net built across the river. Once the river is dammed, it will be a still pond, stocked with all the fish we could ever need, calm enough for us and our kits to play in. We will be a great community, the first colonies to ever cross water, the first ingenious constructors in the history of us. The crews were open-mouthed. Their paws hung still at their sides as they realized the magnitude of what they had accomplished. But would it truly be good, as they said? Who was really to say how this great feat would be remembered? The longest took a deep, rattling breath. I can see why you did not tell us at first, Beaver, the true purpose of your machine. She glanced at him sidelong. I surely would have said no. Nothing this daring has ever even been attempted before, let alone under the mask of subterfuge. Beaver looked up at her, suddenly a very young kit again in his heart. Yes, that is true, ma'am. I have won the war. I have won by making it go away. We have all won it. By making friends out of old enemies. Ma'am. Mother. Do you like it? The longest looked fondly on her son. Her serious and guarded and daring and wonderful son. Yes, child. I have never been more proud of anyone. Builder guffawed and began to dance around, slapping Beaver brazenly and companionably on his back. Beaver stood solemn, quiet, a gentle smile tickling the corners of his mouth, satisfied. It was, as they had promised, quick work to dam the river. Beaver and Builder were excellent guides, and the crew from both sides of the river proved naturally adept and joyous in their work. Before the autumn settled in, a great still pool existed between the two colonies, kits splashing and playing and parents fishing safely. Denny Strongpaw, the best fisher in the fast water, turned out to be the best fisher in still water too, much to his delight. And very early each morning, Beaver Proudtail still crept quietly from the colony and performed his morning rounds. He had never missed a day. But now, His favorite part of his patrol was seeing Builder Jumpfoot across the water and batting a very specific, very lucky red striped pebble back and forth. That's just it. Thanks for listening all the way through. Good night, buddy.
Night, Teddy. That was a long story, but it's a good one. Alright, time to go to bed. And see what the next day brings. Alright, so let's see. What did this do? Oh, Daisuke. Taking things seriously, constructive feedback. Ooh. Deliver a package to Drysdale. And he doesn't like drying clothes, even though he's a dryer. Okay. So nothing here, so let's see. Hanging out with Mayor Celia, so Celine. Florence the Floor. And Titus the Detergent. So there's 3, so you can have 2 new ones again if we want. But I think I want to talk to Teddy one more time and get some more advice. We might just get 1 new one today.
It appears that your intentions have gone awry once more, as the interloper Lucinda Lavish stands there instead, striking a pose.
She annoys me.
It's me. I said I would return, and now I'm going to give you a choice. Thank goodness. Tell me, lover, how would you like to know me? I sure am. The very best character in the game. I'm Lucinda Leading Lady. Prove it? I'm proving it right now with my exceptional voice, body, and other things. But okay, I'll show you anyway, since I've got nothing better to do. I've got the most range, the most interesting stories, the most everything. Watch me. Check out my range. Glass, my dear Sepidine. There won't be any more glass for the winter.
Geez, Chunky, what's going on today? Me and Mellywinks are gonna go to the Boom Boom Sunroom.
Side effects may include drowsiness, hypothermia, stomach upset, and turning into a ghost. And each of those lines was recorded in only 1 take. I'm basically the best actress! In fact, I'll give myself that award right now. Best Actress, Lucinda Leading Lady. Oh! What do you think? Ooh. Well, you just wait, spoiled sport. I'll come by again, and I'll prove it to you.
Did that waste one of my hearts? It did. Oh well.
Well, of all the unexpected things. You really listened to me. You really listened to one of my stories all the way through, even though we're all grown up now. I've collected them all over so many years and kept them shiny and safe, waiting for someone. Well, waiting for you, really, to come back and listen. And you did. I can't tell you how touched I am. But the unexpected part is how I feel. I've always loved you, you know, even when we were little. We were so young. And I always wanted to protect you. But then with all the time we had apart, how much you've changed and turned into such a remarkable and generous person, I find that I love you. How would you feel about making some of our own stories together?
Yay, Teddy loves me.
I'll bet we could find some new things to advise each other about, too.
No.
You feel the same way? Buckle up, buddy. There are so many stories I get to tell you now.
Yay.
Love you, bud.
What did that give me? Oh, sensitive. I got one smart thing and one sash. Oh, one is what it is, okay. You've been caught red-handed showing feelings of an almost human nature. Okay. Yay. We will be back to talk to him again, but now where can I talk to floor and ceiling properly? 'Cause it doesn't like light up here. Does it have to? Yeah, okay, so floor and ceiling don't count everywhere, so I gotta find them somewhere specific. Who else did I need to talk to? Also, Teddy hasn't been showing up. Beaver. So I gotta listen to 2 more bedtime stories to get his. So rumors, let's see. Ceiling, floor, laundry detergent. So I'm in here. Turn this off, see if I can find the laundry detergent. The vacuum. Titus, there it is. Now let's talk to the detergent.
The gladiator who stands before you is at once intimidating and alluring. She glares at you like she means to run you through. She also emanates the refreshing scent of springtime breeze. It slightly undermines whatever murderous intent she may actually have. She is beautiful and terrifying, an Amazon in blue and pink. But even as she points her sword at your throat, all you can do is marvel at just how clean and sweetly scented it is.
Who dares disturb me? You? Ha! Name yourself! By all the pods in the firmament, I swear. If thou hast disturbed me for any reason less worthy than the red memory of battle, I shall leave you sopped, dirty. I shall leave you as you present. Meet me. You, civilian, you wanted to meet me. I am in the pitch of battle. My pods rampage, sacrificing themselves to be reborn yet again. And you have pulled me here because you wanted to meet me.
Yes.
I confess to you, civilian. I am in a state of indecision. I cannot decide if I hate you, or if I am impressed by your fortitude. But I am a creature of extremes. As though you would have any right, any reason for a judgment in this, my castle.
I am a frothing wave of passions, and you, hardly an innocent, are the flotsam I shall toss around today. I am ahead of myself. Much as I should wish to play you like a delicate bubble in a windstorm, I am called elsewhere. I am called to a place where even the irritant of you must be washed away on greater tides. Go now. Consider thyself lucky to have escaped your inadvertent brush with the divine. A foolish if brazen charm. Thou may perhaps survive me in time.
Well, she's a character for sure. Where in the heck can I talk to the floor? Does it have to be like my bedroom floor or something? Oh god, I can take the stairs. Oh. So here? Oh, in here. Okay.
Be there in a moment.
An utterly charming secretary hurries into view, giving you an apologetic nod.
Hello there. What can I do for you?
I want her shawl rug.
Her greeting is cut short as she seems to recognize you mid-sentence.
Oh! Oh my goodness gracious! It's the human!
Yes.
Whoa!
Yeah, she's cute.
Well, I wasn't expecting you today. Oh, golly, I must look an absolute mess. You must be here for Mayor Celia. Oh, you don't know.
Not yet.
I completely understand. You must be such a busy bee running around and taking care of all of us here in the house. I would have time to remember every little detail. Mayor Celia runs things around here, keeps an eye on all the citizens, makes sure the wheels are greased so nothing squeaks. You know, that sort of thing. I help her out when I can, but if we're being honest, she does most of the heavy lifting around here. Keeps a roof over everyone's heads. Literally, she's the ceiling. I could pencil you in for an appointment, if you'd like. Oh, well...
She twirls a strand of dark hair around her finger, blushing sweetly.
Would you care for some tea while you wait? Perfect timing! Just so happens I've got a kettle all nice and ready. How do you take it? Oh, that's my favorite too! I think I'll pour myself a cup while I'm at it.
Florence stumbles, pitching forward onto her hands and knees. The tea spills all over the floor, though thankfully the cup doesn't shatter.
Oh, no. Gosh, that just spilled everywhere. Right on the carpet of my good jacket. Oh, that's gonna stain. I'm so sorry, dear. I need to dab this out with a towel right away. Would it be all right if you showed yourself up to the mayor's office? Just this once? Thank you so much, dear. Sorry again about the tea. Oh, please don't tell the mayor about this.
There she is, the mayor herself. She simply radiates poise and power. She's an intimidating sort of beauty, but you find yourself intrigued to learn more about her.
You have a spider web as a hairnet.
So, in summary?
I just think if I could get a little more foot traffic around my bar, I'd get more business.
Oh, Beverly, I understand your concerns.
Oh, is she
what
that
do you
drink
expect
cart?
us to do, dear? We already put up posters and held fundraisers. We can't just move the fridge, stove, toilet, and everyone else out of the way to clear foot traffic every night.
We could try that.
Bev.
Fine.
Trust me, we're doing everything that we can.
All right. But if nobody's in by next week, I'll be back.
I'm sure you will, darling.
Celia presses an intercom button on her desk.
Florence, dearest, send the next one in.
Yes, miss.
Hi.
Hello, Mateo. What can I do for you today?
That's that's a great question, actually. Now that I'm here, I can't even remember. Isn't it funny how that always happens? Right when you need to think of something to say, your brain just sort of goes blank? You know what? It was probably nothing. I don't want to waste your time. I know how busy you are. I'll just see myself out.
Mateo. Come, sit. Tell me what's bothering you.
Right. It's just...
Go on.
It's Lux. They're kind of pulling cords around the house, refusing to pick up after themselves, keeping the whole bedroom up late with their streams. It's really been stressful for the inanimals.
A lot of people to talk to now.
And I don't want to get anyone in trouble, but it's just been a lot, and...
All right, Mateo, all right. Lux, you said.
Yes, ma'am.
I'll have someone take care of it.
Thank you.
Next.
No.
Hello, Wallace, darling.
Whoa!
Yes, I remember from last week. It's on the docket.
Whoa!
Think nothing of it. Next. Oh, it's you. I don't believe we've formally met. Mayor Celia. I'm also the president of the HOA. That's Home Objects Association.
-1 point, because I'm not a fan of HOAs.
Here's my card, but really all you ever need to do if you need me is to simply look up. What can I do for you today? Well then, hello. Meeting successful. Never a bad idea to make sure everybody knows your face. We're important here. Some sit back and wait for others to plan things. Others simply do them. You and I, we're doers. That hardly precludes you from getting things done. It just means that you do them quietly. You seem like a reliable sort. I wonder if I might ask you a favor. It's about my assistant, Florence. She is an absolute dear. Although sometimes I fear it gets her into trouble. She's such a kind thing, but that means she lets people walk all over her. Sometimes I worry the wrong sort might be taking advantage of her. I've noticed that whenever we go to lunch together, she never seems to buy herself anything. What's more, she's been pinching every penny you've dropped on her like a miser. I suspect she might be having financial issues. The office pays her well, of course. She's an invaluable assistant. I think it's possible someone might be fleecing her. I'd like to formally ask for your help. I may be her boss, but Florence would never give me a straight answer if she thought it might upset me. However, she's quite friendly with strangers. And technically speaking, as the owner of the house, you outrank me. Maybe you could get something out of her. What do you say? Would you do me a favor and look into this matter? Quietly? Thank you. I'll be waiting. Hopefully it's nothing. What else do you need? She is the most dedicated secretary I've ever worked with. She would do anything for this office. Unfortunately, the dear can be a little down on herself. Not much in the way of self-confidence. It's a shame, really. She's totally unaware of her own natural charms. I think she's under the impression that she needs to spruce herself up. I keep finding empty bottles around her desk. Perfume, maybe? Although they don't carry a scent. And it seems like every time I turn my back, she's got another set. They don't look especially high quality, either. Poor dear. What else do you need? You have done so. Keep well.
Is that it? I got one more. Okay. Up to 20. Titus. Where's... Like Florence didn't show up as new. Huh. Oh my. Okay, so... That's the bar. Lux. Throne on a throne. Mateo. Reggie. Wall. I suppose we can get Wall out of the way. He's right here.
How does one even describe a warrior like this? A veritable, well, wall of muscle stands before you. It's almost comforting to know the walls of your house are this solid.
Wall. Wall, wall. Wall, wall, wall! Wall.
Wall.
The warrior's eyes widen. He leans in closer, towering over you.
What did I say?
Wall?
Wall?
Whatever you're saying here is clearly pleasing to him. He nods, beginning to smile.
Wall! Wall!
He beams at you, a flush spreading across his cheeks.
I love you!
Excuse? Oh, okay, all I said was wall a couple times. Alright.
Oh, that was sudden, wasn't it?
Yeah, no kidding.
You and Wallace, who has only just introduced himself to you, are now lovers. His gaze settles on you, filled with tenderness. His drywall heart beats only for you. You live happily ever after. Yes, just that quickly.
Yo, I know it's been a sec since we talked, but I've been sitting here trying to work, and all I can think about is the fact that you're, like, dating your couch and your TV.
I'm not yet.
Ah, sorry, friend. I don't mean to complain. Just, I need to know how your whole, like, household object harem anime is going. Why do you sound unsure? Welcome to dating, friendo. It's complicated for everybody. Humans, animals, furniture. Nobody likes dating. Okay, but honestly, like, can you just tell me what it's like? Walking around your house and having, what, hundreds of potential suitors just around? Like, you gotta feel, like, super eligible, right? Well, damn, I would. I just gotta know one thing. When you're out here dating your appliances, are you guys, you know exactly what I mean. All right, keep your secrets. If you don't want to kiss and tell with your furniture, who am I to make you? All right, well, I've wasted enough of my workday. All my love to your household object lovers or whatever. Bye.
Later. Me too, man. I really don't like kids with crayons either. I don't like kids in general, but yeah. Alright, guess we'll go to bed. We'll do one more day. We got quite a few people popped up. There's a throw somewhere. So Mateo. Oh, right. We're supposed to talk to Book Guy again. Alright. Instead of the new ones, so why don't we go back and revisit some of the ones we've already talked to? And then we'll end it after that. So, I want to talk to Shadow Guy again. Or should we... Nah, he'll be alright.
Shadowlord greets you in his own unique fashion, throwing his arms open wide as he calls out to you.
The lights dim and the shadows reign supreme. The doors of the abyss open for yours truly. Ah, a dark day to you, my Penumbra. Ooh, I have something I want to show you. Evidence of my power returning. During our previous exchange, you questioned if our discussion was monumental in any way. Now, observe closely. Come to me, servants of the night!
Shadowlord stands stock still, arms spread wide with his head tilted up. He seems to be waiting for something.
Ooh. Ah. Ooh.
He starts, turning to look at something you can't make out. He points triumphantly.
There! Do you feel them?
You feel a tickle at your leg.
Oh no.
These many-legged, mischievous nocturnal critters hide in the dark until true darkness. Then they prey at their peak in the shadows. Do you believe me now? Witness my power! Witness my mercy! Begone, you pests!
With a swipe of his clawed hand, Shadowlord scatters his insect minions away into nothingness.
There! They shall not intrude your presence again.
Appreciate that.
Shadow?
Yep.
Oh. That's nice. I have to say, Penumbra, I'm quite surprised. Your unfamiliarity of the dark is unexpected. This resistance to the colligiosity must be reversed. Perhaps your soul is not attuned properly.
Probably not.
Training is in order. Yes. Conversation will keep darkness in our mind tempered and in our control. Just as you participate in the labors of light, surely you partake in the leisures of darkness as well. What activities do you enact in the shadows? Regale me with every detail, Penumbra.
I mean, all of the above, but We're gonna go with... fuck it, why not?
Elaborate.
No.
What's the matter? Stuff is hardly a sufficient description.
Use your imagination.
Answer me properly, Penumbra. Excuse me?
It's all sweaty.
I feel as though this conversation is actually reversing my power.
Nah, you're fine.
No, I know. I just wanted to get you to admit it.
Oh, you dirty, dirty man.
The sounds that escape you echo far, you know. I wouldn't be surprised if every object in this house has heard them.
Then why am I talking to everyone?
You are just exhibiting good health. Nothing to be ashamed about. And if I may be upfront, each breath you let out during is admittedly adorable. I will when I'm ready. I am grateful to you for providing me more insight into your life.
It's like, if y'all could watch everything I do, then why do you ask questions like that?
Behold, our corrupted bond grows. Something troubles you, Penumbra? My nightly activities. Isn't it obvious? Before you, my time has always been spent the same way. Waiting. Oh.
He exhales, his hands tightening into fist before throwing his arms open once more. You're beginning to grow used to this routine with him.
I feel it. Another piece of my dark armament. It courses through my once dazed body, rejuvenating to the next stage. Excellent. My form is stronger, yet still incomplete.
Your question seems to catch him entirely off guard.
Oh. We'll have to resume the ritual another night. I must become more adept to this newly returned strength. Until next time, Penumbra. Oh, and I do hope you have a pleasant rest. You'll need to conjure as much void aura as you can for our next ritual.
Was a strange character. Okay, let's see. So I've talked to him. Teddy, I want to wait till tonight. There's the washer and dryer again. I can try the water again and see if I can make friends with her. I go to the shower. Let's try the water.
When you come across River again, she's got company. A glamorous companion in an equally glamorous bathrobe and that effortless sort of wet hair look. You hear River call her Bathsheba. She appears to be your bathtub.
Come on, girl. It's just the two of us. You don't have to play coy. You can't be all over this house and not have some good gossip.
I don't. That's not really...
Come on. You can tell your girl Sheba.
That's my bathtub, huh?
You know I won't tell.
River's eyes dart to you suddenly, and you're not sure whether she's angry or relieved.
Oh, hello. We'll have to get acquainted another time, but... Well, maybe if you won't talk to me, you'll talk to them.
Nothing.
Oh, it's about to be everything.
Bathsheba throws her arm around River, pulling her closer. You can see River's cheeks flushing. Steam rises from her skin in a light mist. It's sort of adorable.
Look, since we've got a new friend here with us, I'll let you choose. Our friend River here likes to pretend she's above things like gossip and opinions. And I know that's not true. Why, just the other day, I caught her rolling her eyes at Prissy.
It's Prissy.
Your plastic plant.
I have a plastic
the
plant.
other day, when Jean-Loup was working on a song, I know I heard her laughing. In your toilet. Aspiring rapper. Interesting gent. And every time you leave Winifred, she's got you all steamed up.
Don't ask me about her.
Don't sweat it, Riv. Look, I'll let you off easy. Just one little cup of tea. Your friend's choice. That's fair, isn't it?
River looks as if, to her, this is the farthest thing from fair, but she knows there's no wriggling out of it now.
Fine. That doesn't mean anything.
Sure it does. Yeah. What's up with you and Winifred? You two an item or what?
No, not an item.
But you are bang-langin', right? You can tell us. I'm not pressuring her. I'm just reminding her that good friends like us tell each other everything. Especially juicy gossip.
There's nothing to tell.
Oh, right, okay. Sure, I see what's going on here. You gotta preserve the River mystery. Your brand is being sexy and cool and untouchable. Say no more, say no more.
Whatever you say.
River looks extremely grateful for your intervention. Bathsheba only sighs.
The facts are the facts, though. River goes to see Winifred and comes back all hot and bothered and heated. But if you're not going to comment, you're not going to comment. I can take a hint. If there's one thing I know how to do, it's read a room, you know.
Yeah.
River seems more relaxed than you've seen her, but when your eyes meet, it's like she remembers she's meant to be a bit more distant. Her smile vanishes, and she clears her throat nervously.
Well, just one question before I go. What do you think is my best state?
Oh, well, you're just so pretty all the time. But you know, you're so fun when you're liquid. After all, who doesn't love a good bath?
I see.
River leaves without another word, not bothering to say goodbye to you or Bathsheba.
Whoa, hey! Wait up, Riv!
Still don't know about her. I do not want to talk in the shower. Not yet. Not ready. Let's try Daisuke again.
You find Daisuke where you left him last time, staring intently at dishes on the table. Unlike the last time, however, he has a list in one hand.
Not hard enough. There's much to do, and my injuries have slowed me down. In addition to inventory and keeping track of all the dishes, I'm also in charge of deliveries throughout the home. Unfortunately, I am unable to do much in my current condition. I prefer to work alone, but an assistant would be invaluable in this moment. You wish to right this wrong?
Sure.
Good. I have preparations I must first finish, but return to me again and I will give you instructions on delivery. In the meantime, perhaps you can help me wash these dishes Dishy?
Oh.
I trust no one but myself with such precious items. Unfortunately, I must trust you with them for now. Do not disappoint me. Please begin, then.
You pick up the dishes and begin to wash. As you work, you feel Daisuke's eyes boring holes into you. It makes you feel...
You treat the dishes with such care. It is beautiful to see. Perhaps trusting you was not the worst decision.
You manage to finish washing the dishes without further incident.
Well done. This may not be the disaster I assumed. When next we meet, you will assist me with deliveries. Be prepared. Very good. Leave me now. I must review orders and inventory. Farewell.
Okay. I got one more. Oh, right. The book guy. Let's talk to him.
Oh, good! You're here. I'm excited. I'm expressive. Everyone's ready to go to the zoo. Don't worry about it. I've been thinking, and here, I believe, is the best way to organize our efforts. Creativity is for naught without some solid logistics. I know how I'd like to start my book. I've got this fantastic detective character named Wen that I've been working on for a while, and he's going to be our hero.
Detective.
What
okay.
I need from you, though, is help with creating an outline. If you will, help me to create a framework. And then, once we have that, I will take it and go into my secret writer's cubby and create the entirety of the book. Which I can absolutely do in a night. And believe you me, it will be perfection. But the outline, that's the hard part for me. Will you help? Does that sound doable? Yes, yes! Let us boogie! So, here's what I'm thinking about Wen. Detective Xander Wen. He is a hard-boiled detective living in the big city of Sprawlsville, and he is a magnet for crimes. Which works out just fine, because he's also a genius at solving them. Now, just to be clear with you, I haven't fully settled on writing a hard-boiled crime drama to go with my hard-boiled detective. The way I see it, Detective Wen is capable of getting himself into and out of almost any kind of trouble imaginable. I suppose this is why I've been having so much trouble writing this on my own. Xander Wen could do just about anything. I'm asking you to help me create his first story from infinite possibilities. Well, shall we get started? Excellent! I'll give you the first line, of which I'm very proud, and we'll run with it from there. With that fantastic red shirt, you're bound to have some good ideas. Detective Xander Wen went out the door, looking for crimes.
Daphne Fatal. Oh, God. Okay, so we've got, like, the actual gumshoe type detective one. Robots are futuristic, fantasy, and smut. So let's just stick with that.
Daphne asked Detective Wen to help find her husband Cliff Fatal, who had gone missing. Wen investigates the squid cannery, where he talks to the foreman, a foreboding and mysterious communist named Gregor Privyet.
Okay, so... Oh goodness, I'm so sorry. So it's like, this is the detective story, this is the fantasy type thing, this is the fairy tale, and this is the smut. So I'm just gonna stick with the first
Wen
options.
goes to Jersey Pozzoli's cannoli factory on the wrong side of the tracks. His goons open fire. There's a framed picture labeled Cliff Fatale and Jersey Pizzoli, shaking hands.
He was Cliff Fatale the whole time.
What a twist! What a commentary on the American cannery industry. Pure noir. I call it The Ink Was Black as Night.
Lyric looks at the story outline you've written and pronounces his true feelings.
Looking at this, I think this will be one for the ages. I'll write it up right away. Unless you think we could come up with something better?
This one sounds okay.
See you soon, partner.
Teddy! I want a nighttime story. Sleepy time. Teddy.
Oh, you're back. My goodness, what a sensation. I've missed you more this time than last time. Who would have thought that I could love you more?
No, Teddy.
Would you like to hear another story?
Of course. Why do you think I'm here?
I hope you're ready. I have a great story for you tonight.
Can't wait.
This is the story of the Star Brothers.
Okay.
Eris and Leo were twin brothers born among the stars. Though born in the same split second, Eris always felt protective of his brother. Leo could be a bit of a hothead, and Eris was kept busy keeping him out of trouble.
Sorry. Choked on my drink a little bit there.
They were the most rare and beautiful thing. New lives in a race of immortal beings called the Celestials. The boys were always together. They were as close as two brothers could be. They knew each other's minds. They trusted each other with every truth and every question. When Eris grabbed the comet's tail with both hands, Leo knew to stand in front of it and play the comet's head like a friendly dog. When the boys were old enough, they were brought before the Council of Elders. The time had come for them to receive the greatest gift of their lifetimes. You see, I know you look up at the stars. I know we all marvel at their beauty and their mystery. But the stars look down at us, too. They treasure us. The chance to live a human life, to be born here and live here and experience our world, is the most precious rite of passage. And for Eris and Leo, the moment had arrived. They were led slowly into the abyss of the council, right up to the throne of the Elder. "It is time, my sons," he intoned. "It is time for you to be born again. You will come to me separately and chart your course through your human life. You will decide the things you will see and things you will experience. And when you leave my chamber, you will forget what we have said. When you are born on Earth, you will forget your life here, and you will be fully and only human." Leo looked from the Elder to his brother and bit his lip. "Sir," he began, "when we get there, when we are born, will I know my brother?" The Elder smiled kindly. "Yes, Leo, you will know him as your brother. But the closeness you feel here will not necessarily go with you. If you choose to have that closeness as humans, it will be up to you when you are old enough to create it in your lifetime." Eris smiled and slipped his hand into Leo's. "Don't worry, Leo," he whispered. "We'll remember each other, I promise." Each boy went with the Elder and planned his life as a human. And when they were reunited in the abyss, they smiled at each other with the impish excitement of what they were about to do. It was the greatest adventure either one of them could have imagined, and they would get to do it together. "Are you ready?" asked the Elder. The boys caught each other's eyes and smiled. "Yes, sir," they said together. Then take a deep breath and close your eyes. When you open your eyes, your journey will have begun. And so, Eris and Leo were born as brothers here among us. Among us, yes. They chose to be born in a small town outside the city, where it was dark enough that they could still see the stars. I wish I could tell you that they immediately remembered their love and their closeness, but it took them a while. While they were always together, they fought constantly. They questioned why they had been born as brothers. They were so unfamiliar to each other. It felt like whatever one did perfectly irritated the other. The boys were 8 when they started racing each other through the woods. One day, as they were running, chasing each other and pushing each other to go faster and further, Leo realized that he had taken a wrong turn. The trees looked unfamiliar, and the air started to smell strangely open and deep. But Eris was hot on his heels, and he couldn't stop. He couldn't be caught, pushing himself forward, blinded by the competition. He didn't notice when the dirt underfoot turned to rock, and when the rock began to thin into a great, high cliff. He pulled himself up short in a panic, but it wasn't quite fast enough, and his momentum carried him bodily over the edge. Time slowed as Leo fell, and he realized in a flash that he was about to die. And that's when he felt a small electric hand grip his wrist. Eris pulled them both out of the air, hurling his little body backwards and tumbling both of them onto the rocky path behind the sheer face. Leo felt a small rock slice into his hand, felt the blood pouring out over his arm and Eris. But he was alive. Gulping air, he turned to look back at his brother, and they caught each other's eye. For the first time in their young lives, there was a recognition. What it was, neither of them could have said, but they knew each other then. On the cliffside, sheened in sweat and blood, they became brothers. The years that followed saw them growing ever closer, taking each adventure in stride and together. They were 22 when they decided to learn how to fly. They went up together in small planes, learning to take off, to land, and then to do flips and loop-de-loops. They would laugh as their plane cavorted through the sky and smiled contentedly as the wheels touched back down to Earth. The day the plane went down was a flight like any other. Nothing had gone wrong. There was no great conflagration, but the plane began to fall from the sky. Leo couldn't get the engine to start again, and the landing gear wouldn't respond to Eris smashing the buttons. The plane crashed through trees and grass and came to rest on a green hillside under a cloudless sky. Leo freed himself and tumbled out onto the grass. He dragged his body up the side of the plane to find Eris, unconscious in another seat. Eris, wake up, get up. Eris, get out of the plane. Eris lay still. Eris! Leo breathed, his heart rate slowing. Eris, open your eyes. And still, Eris did not move. Time slowed again. The realization that Eris would not move came slowly. Like a great wave crashing over him, Leo felt the light go out of the sun. Leo brushed the scar on his palm left by the rock at the cliff face. Maybe Eris would feel the old wound and wake. Eris, don't leave me, brother. But Eris was already gone. How you doing, buddy? Need a break? It was many years later, and Leo still moved in the cloudless fog of that morning. Colors seemed bright and hollow. People spoke to him as though from a long way off, and he jealously guarded his isolation from the world. He still saw his brother everywhere, The way a certain branch swayed as though it had been brushed by a young hand. The way that girl smiled at him, the same mischievous glint in her eye that Eris used to have. It was that girl who began to bring him back to life. She had lost her dog in the park. Frantically, she ran back and forth calling him. "Comet! Comet, come back!" Leo raised his head from the scar on his palm at her voice, his back against a tree. And then there was Comet, streaking across the grass with his tongue lolling happily. He beelined for Leo's tree. Before he knew it, Leo was on his feet, jumping in front of Comet and playing his head with a laugh and a smile. The girl arrived breathless and grabbed Comet's tail with both hands. "You silly goose! Where were you going?" she laughed. "Thank you. Thank you so much. I'm Celine, by the way." "Oh, hi. Hi, Celine. Nice to meet you. I'm Leo." Celine smiled. "Hi, Leo." And somewhere in his chest, Leo felt something warm break open. A tiny dam on a great river, and his blood began to move again. Celine and Leo were together from that day. Their love brought them a family, and then more family, and more adventures than they could have remembered. They grew old together. They grew wiser. They held each other when Comet died. They cried together when the fire took their house. They smiled when the sun built them a new one. And when Leo died, he died with a smile on his face. Celine was standing next to him, and his finger now unconsciously and methodically stroked the scar on his palm. In that scar was his holding on to Eris. Not with sadness now, but with fondness. Great love. Leo's last breath was a gentle exhale up into a cloudless sky. And when he opened his eyes again, he was home. He was in that sky, up among the stars, young and immortal, and standing before the Elder, with his hand clasped in his brother's warm grip. "Eris, is it really? It's you! I remember you! I remember this!" Eris laughed out loud and began to jump around excitedly. "Oh, Leo! I've been waiting for you. I watched everything. I watched it all. What an adventure you have had!" "You were there?" Leo asked, confused. "But no, I remember you weren't there. I know you weren't because I missed you." "But I was. I was in your scar. I was in the park that day you met Celine. I sent Comet to you. Don't you see? I was always there, and I wouldn't have missed it. I'm so proud of you." As the Elder looked on smiling, Leo began to cry. The well of love for his brother broke open with gratitude that he was here now. The boys held each other, crying and laughing, and patting each other on the back to make sure the other was real. Leo pulled away from Eris and looked at him squarely. "I am so grateful that you saw my life, Eris. But I don't understand. You could have been there with me. We could have done it all together. Why did you leave me, brother?" Eris grinned. "Yours
Sorry.
was to live." Yeah, that sticks with me, that one. Good night, buddy.
Good night, Teddy. And that is it for the day. So, once again, we're going to call it here. Thanks for watching. Let's see. How many people did we... Oop. Need my glasses. Tab, please. We are up to 21. That's not too bad. So next time we come back, we will work on some of the new people that we got intel on, like Mateo and them. Shadow Lord. Yeah. We'll start working on some more new people next time. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.